guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie and I have a very special guest with us today.
Hi guys, I'm Lucy.
This is my best friend Lucy. She actually surprised me last Saturday. She came to Ohio for the week, so we've been hanging out all week, but I want her to pick my reads for a week.
I'm so excited.
Lucy knows the book world, definitely. So
yeah, and I feel like I've started reading more because of you.
Yeah, so I feel like you have an idea of some of the things I've read, what genres I like, and like kind of what books I lean towards, but she's gonna pick 3 books, so I kind of want her to do a variety. So I think we'll do like maybe a thriller, a romance, and possibly a fantasy.
Possibly. I feel like I have to put one in there.
Yeah, she's a fantasy girly, more than I am. Anything ACOTAR, like Fourth Wing is
oh my god, my favorite. Yes, ACOTAR is my favorite series ever.
We're just gonna go around my room because I have a mini library in here, and she's gonna pick out 3 books, and then I'm gonna read them throughout the week, see my thoughts on them. Maybe we'll check in with her every once in a while.
Yes.
And I'll let her know how they're going, but my best friend's gonna pick my reads for the week, so let's get into it and we'll look around my room so she can pick out my books.
I'm so excited. I have a little idea. What'd you say? You said fantasy, romance, thriller is what I'm going to stick to. Yeah. I know that Natalie likes romance, but we have to get her out of her shell a little bit, so I think I know which one to get first, but first let's just see what you have.
Yep, let's look around.
This one was the one where we went to the book signing together. If you guys don't remember that.
Yeah, if you
go watch that vlog.
If you didn't watch that vlog, we went to a book signing and met so many authors, and that was one of the books we got. Yeah.
I know which one.
Oh gosh. I already know. I think I already know. Yeah.
The first one we're gonna pick is Fourth Wing.
Okay, I knew it. And Lucy's reading Fourth Wing currently.
Yes, and I just need her to catch up and be in the fantasy world with me. It's the best world to be in. You can't just go by looks because you never know. This one's speaking to me. The cover is really pretty. This one's based in 1867, so I don't know.
So maybe not?
Maybe not. I think this one's a yes. What's this one?
So that's the same person that wrote The Silent Patient.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This one sounds really good, but I have to look at the other one. Oh, this one sounds so good too. I love thrillers so much. It's hard to pick just one.
I know, it is.
This one is kind of giving like guest list.
Oh, okay.
I think this one's gonna be good because I love The Silent Patient.
It's really good. Okay, we have a winner maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
The third and final book is gonna be The Maidens.
Okay, we have our 3 books. The first one she chose is Fourth Wing. All you guys know about Fourth Wing. It's like the most hyped fantasy this year.
Yeah, everyone is talking about it to read it, especially since the new book is coming out in November.
Right. I kind of have to read this one because the new book's coming out soon.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm just nervous because overhyped books scare me, but I've honestly seen nothing but good reviews, so I'm excited to jump into it. And you are reading it and love it.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through, so I haven't finished the book, but it's so good so far. Yeah. And I really like it. So.
Okay, so our fantasy of the week is Fourth Wing. Next is Part of Your World. This is a romance.
Well, it just has a really ridiculously hot carpenter, so...
Oh, so you have to read it.
So you have to read it.
I have looked this book up on Goodreads before, and it's gotten really high ratings, and I've heard great things about it, and I've just never picked it up. So this will be a good one to read. And then I have the second book to this. I kind of need to read this one to get to the next one. So this is our romance of the week.
I kind of picked this one too because the cover. Like I feel like romances have such interesting covers, but I just picked it because the swapping was interesting.
I actually didn't ever notice that. It's like a farm and then a city.
So it has to be like different world.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Literally. Our final one, which I have had this book on my shelf for a long time, so I needed a reason to read it, and this is perfect, but it's The Maidens. This is the same author that wrote The Silent Patient, which we both loved.
Oh my god, that was like one of the first thrillers that I've ever read.
Yeah, that was, I think for me too. Or it's like one of the ones that I've rated super high for thrillers, but he also wrote The Maidens, and I know this is...
It's like about a teacher.
Oh, it has
like, something.
Yes, and it has like a little bit of Greek mythology in it. Like you can read it without knowing anything about like the Greek mythology world. So I'm excited to read this just because I love The Silent Patient, so hopefully this one is just as good, but we shall see. So this is the third and final book of the week.
I'm so excited. I just think you're gonna really like Fourth Wing.
I know, I'm excited to read Fourth Wing because everyone's talking about it, so I feel like I need to finally just bite the bullet and read it, but we will see how it goes. Thank you for picking our reads. We'll hopefully...
I hope I did a good job.
Yes, no, we'll check in throughout the week with Lucy and I'll update her how I'm feeling, especially on Fourth Wing because she has read that or is currently reading it, so she'll be able to like talk about it with me. But those are 3 books of the week, so So we'll see which one I like the most, and we'll see how they all work out. Lucy has a YouTube channel, so I'll link everything down below so you guys can go check her out. We're gonna do a book video on her channel.
Yes, I'm gonna do a video of Natalie picking out 3 books that I'm gonna read for like a little reading vlog. I'm very excited. I've never done something like that before, but if you guys want to see us vlog all weeks that we spent together, go watch that because I just posted it probably.
Yeah, so I'll link her channel down below, but without further ado, let's just get into the reading vlog. Perfect. Hi guys, it is Monday and it's day 1 of me reading my best friend's books that she picked out. So starting with none other than Fourth Wing. I'm so excited. I've actually already read a little bit of it. I'm in the middle of a chapter, like as always, but almost on page 50. So I haven't read too much, but I'm just gonna say it here right now. I like Fourth Wing as of now. As of 50 pages in, I like it better than A Court of Thorns and Roses, the first book I read. So things are starting off really well. First impression of it is it gives me Hunger Games vibes, giving me that where they have to like survive. But if you guys don't know, which I'm sure you've heard a little bit about Fourth Wing, but Fourth Wing is about Violet. She is supposed to enter this scribe quadrant where she's supposed to live like a quiet life and just kind of float through, but her mom, who's the commanding general, basically tells her she needs to enter the Dragon Riders, and you basically have to compete to be like part of the elite in this Dragon Riders group. She is just starting out and she's going into this. She's already passed her first little trial, but it's definitely giving me like Hunger Games right off the bat, like in a completely different scenario, but like the same kind of vibes. We'll see how it goes from here on out. This is a thick book, so I think what I'm gonna do is download it on my Kindle because it's just like hard to hold this big of a book, especially like a hardback for me at least, and I feel it's kind of daunting like seeing how much I need to get through. So I'm gonna download it on my Kindle. We're gonna read as much as we can tonight. I really want to get this finished by Wednesday because I have 2 other books that she picked out for me this week, so we have a lot to do, but I'm literally loving this. I like want to read it so bad. It's starting out really great, but I just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm gonna go eat dinner and then read as much as I can tonight to get through more of Fourth Wing and see how I like it. So far so good. I am so excited to be joining the Fourth Wing group because I just know how many people love it, and I hope in the end I love it too, but I am loving it so far. So I'll check back in with you guys when I have another update, but let's go read. Hi guys, happy Tuesday. It is 5:30 right now. I just got home from work, but I wanted to update you on how far I am in Fourth Wing. So I want to give you a little visual. I have been reading on my Kindle because it's just been easier than holding like the huge book. So I did download it on my Kindle, but I'm on chapter 18 right now. Here's like a little visual of where I'm at in the actual book. So we're getting there. I'm only at about 40%. So I still have a lot to read. I have been dying over this book. I honestly can't tell you guys how much I like this book right now. It's like kind of what I expected, but it's giving me so much more than I actually expected. So I'm very happy about that. I know I told you guys yesterday it kind of seemed a little bit Hunger Games-ish, and I still agree with that, but as I got further into it, it's kind of like a combination, to me at least, of like Harry Potter and the Hunger Games, because they're going to classes and like learning about all the dragons, but I've been eating it up. Like I am obsessed with this book, and I'm gonna say it right now, I like it more than ACOTAR. Which I really like ACOTAR. I'm not like a diehard ACOTAR girly like some people are, but I do really like it. This like blows ACOTAR out of the park for me at least. So I'm so excited to continue it because I am obsessed with the characters. I love the love interest in it and I'm excited to see where they go. I need to get through a lot more tonight. So that's the goal because I like really want to sit down and read this. So that's basically what my whole night's gonna consist of. My girlfriend put on a YouTube video last night like setting the vibes and had like the little crackling fire fireplace and it was like the perfect vibe for this book. So I think that's what I'm gonna do again tonight. Definitely recommend. As of right now, this is looking like a strong 5-star and I am so happy about it because I am not like a huge fantasy girly and this book is giving me everything. And the fact that there's another book coming out in November like feeds my soul. I'm very excited. I'm like shocked. I'm shocked myself, but it's making me very happy. I'll let you guys know when I pick the book up again and I'll let you guys know tomorrow how far I get. Let's go read. Hi guys, it is literally Friday now. I think the last time I filmed was like Tuesday and then we had like a medical, not emergency, but kind of happen on Wednesday, so we were dealing with that. I just haven't had like the most time to film this week, but I wanted to check in because I have one chapter left of Fourth Wing. I'm literally on like the last 10 pages and I wanted to finish it on camera, so I wanted to film. I am literally obsessed with Fourth Wing. I like it way better than ACOTAR, and I rated ACOTAR like 5 stars. Like the first 2 books I rated 5 stars. I haven't read past the first 2 books, but this is like a 6-star read to me. Like it's so good. I'm so happy I finally picked it up. Lucy made me pick it up. She loved it and I figured I would like it, but I'm like obsessed with it, like diehard Fourth Wing girl now. But I have one chapter left, so I wanted to read that right now and finish it up so I can move on to the next book. It's Friday. I literally have like a festival I'm going to tonight, like a event festival type thing that my friend invited me to, so I have that later, so I'm not really gonna have much time to read today, but I wanted to at least finish Fourth Wing so then I can move on this weekend to the other books. But I have my little pumpkin cold brew with me and I'm going to finish the last chapter of Fourth Wing. I can't believe it's over. I'm like sad about it, but it's so good, guys. You have to read it if you haven't. We're gonna see how this ends, but I'm a little nervous, very excited, but let's finish Fourth Wing and we'll see what my final thoughts are when I'm done. I'm in literal shock at the ending. I'm in literal shock. Literally speechless at what happened, and I can't say it because if you haven't read it, it's like a massive thing, but if you know, you know. That's actually insane. I did not expect it at all, and I'm literally just so excited for the second book to come out. Fourth Wing was literally everything I could ever ask for and more. I don't think I will ever read a fantasy as good as this book. Like the hype is 100% worth it. I just fell in love with this book, fell in love with the characters. I love Xaden with my whole heart. I love Violet. I think Rebecca's writing is incredible. It's so well written and easy to follow if you don't understand the fantasy world. So I give her so much props because I think that's really hard to do and she did a phenomenal job. So if you are like nervous to start a fantasy book, this is the perfect book to start because it's so easy to follow and understand, and I was just obsessed with this. So Lucy killed it on this first book. I know it took me like most of the week to get through it, but that's because I had just some things going on. So we are finally done with Fourth Wing. I'm really sad about it actually. Like I don't want to move on, but we are gonna move on. I think I'm gonna move on to Part of Your World. I need like a little romance in between to split this up. I'm gonna start Part of Your World hopefully today, but if not today then tomorrow, and I'll check in with you guys. But I'm really sad I'm done with Fourth Wing. That's all I can say. I'm just obsessed with it and I'm so happy I finally read it. I'll check in with you guys when I start Part of Your World. I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, but when I do, I will let you guys know. Hi guys, it is now Saturday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I had my like festival event last night, so I didn't read anything after I finished Fourth Wing yesterday, but I'm about to pick up Part of Your World, which is the second book that Lucy picked for me, and this one is about Alexis and Daniel, and Alexis is like 10 years older than Daniel, Daniel, and they have like completely different lives, but they have this undeniable connection. And so it's kind of about seeing what matters most in the world. Her parents are the wealthy surgeons and want her to follow in their path, but she doesn't know if that's like the path for her anymore after she meets Daniel and figures out more of like what life is truly about. So I'm excited to jump into this. I've heard incredible things about this book, and I think this is the first Abby Jimenez, I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I think this is the first book I'm reading of her, so I'm excited because I've heard great things and I'm just ready to start another romance. So we're gonna jump into that book today, see how much we can get done. I'll update you guys once I'm into it and see how I like it. Okay, this is so random, but I have to jump in here because I'm literally on page 1 and it says, I just left Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I'm literally from Iowa and no one like talks about Iowa. So the fact that she is driving through Cedar Rapids, which I know is just crazy. So I just had to point that out, that Iowa is in this book, so I'm already liking it. But let's continue. Hi guys, it is 11 a.m. the next morning, now Sunday, and I already finished Part of Your World. I'm also still wearing the same sweatshirt, so don't judge me, but I don't know what came over me, but I literally just sat down at like 4 p.m. yesterday and read like 200 pages in one sitting of this book. It was so good. It was just so easy to read. Like the conversation between two characters flowed so naturally and like the whole storyline flowed so naturally. I was obsessed with the writing. Definitely found like a new one of my favorite authors because her writing was so incredibly easy to read and get through. So I read like 200 pages in one sitting last night or yesterday, and then there were like football games on, like the Ohio State game and stuff, so we were watching that and I was reading through that too. Like I was just obsessed with the whole story. It gave me a similar vibe to The Notebook. You had this more high class woman and like a lower class man, and they like fall in love and their love is like forbidden because the parents would never accept it and they just live two different worlds. So it kind of gave me that kind of vibe, but like in a different setting. I ended up loving it so much. It had the best ending ever, like as you could expect. I would rate this book a 4.5. Like it was extremely good. It didn't give me like the 5-star feels, but it was so easy to read and I ate up this whole story. I loved it so much. So if you haven't read Part of Your World, I 100% recommend it. I can't believe how fast I got through this book. I'm literally gonna be on to the last book now that it's Sunday. So I'm gonna hopefully finish this video quicker than I expected because I loved this book so much. The last book is over on my shelf right now, but it's The Maidens. Very excited. I've had this book for like well over a year, I feel, and I haven't picked it up, but I'm very excited to do so because I love The Silent Patient by the same author. It's like a very crispy fall day out right now, so it'll be a good time to start this book. I'll let you guys know when I get more into it what my thoughts are. It is now Monday, it's 7:30, so that's why it's like dark in this room, but I have like 50 pages left of The Maidens. I've really been enjoying it. It's not what I expected. I didn't know much about the story going into it, but basically the main character, she has a niece at a university and one of the niece's friends ends up getting murdered. She's like a therapist, psychiatrist, so she goes to kind of investigate almost and figure out who has done it, and she has like this one main suspect the whole time. That's what's been happening. She's had the same suspect the entire time, and I have 50 pages left. I don't know who the murderer is yet, so we'll see what ends up happening, but I've honestly really been liking this book. It was super quick to get through, and I've been reading like so quickly lately, and I'm very happy about that because I was in like a bad reading slump not too long ago, so this has been great just flying through books. Lucy picked great books for me, which I'm so happy about because I've actually really enjoyed all the books I've read this week. I want to finish this book tonight so I can wrap up this video for you guys and give you a rating on this one so we can finish it up. I'm very excited to finish it and see what happens in the end, and I'll come back to you once I do. Good morning, guys. It's quite literally 6 a.m. the next morning. I'm about to get ready for work, but I literally got up early to finish this video. I finished The Maidens last night. I got through this book super quickly. I honestly liked it a lot. I felt like it was a little bit repetitive throughout, but the ending had like a crazy plot twist in my opinion that I didn't totally see coming, so I enjoyed that part. And then he also connected this book a little bit back to Silent Patient in a couple of ways, so that was kind of cool to see because I love The Silent Patient, but it definitely doesn't like live up to that book for me, which is totally fine. But I think I'm gonna give this book a 3.5. It was still like really good in my opinion, and I would recommend it, but there were just like a few things in it that I didn't absolutely love, but I think I'll give it a 3.5. I still really enjoyed it. We've completed all 3 books this week that my best friend gave me, so shout out to Lucy again. I'll link her channel down below so you guys can check her out because she does everything like beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and she's so aesthetic and obviously stunning, and I love her so much, so you guys should definitely go check her out. So I'll link that down below. But thank you, Lucy, for picking out my reads for the week. I love you so much, and thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.